Hi guys, this is your favorite rubber duck on the internet, and today we are going to discuss a problem here on LeetCode. It's the problem 3591. Check if any element has prime frequency. Okay, so basically we are given an array of integers and we need to make sure that we have at least one element that has a prime frequency. A prime frequency as described here, is a natural number greater than 1 with only two factors, 1 and itself. So in order to solve this problem, it's going to be very helpful to have a private method here in order to tell us if a number is indeed prime. I'm going to call it prime. It's going to return a boolean because we're going to return either true or false if the number is prime or not. And we're expecting an integer n. If this number is less or equal to 1, we're going to return false because that number is not prime, obviously. If the number is even and is different than 2, it's going to be it's not going to be a prime number as well. Either either way, we are just remaining with an odd number or a number that is equal to 2. And we're going to do a trick here. So we're going to try to find number that is going to be divisible by, we're going to find a number that's going to divide our n. And in order to do that, we need to traverse each possible number from 3 up to sqrt of n, because we know that the last possible divisor is at sqrt of n. We're going to start from 3 and we're going to add at each step a 2 because, as I already mentioned, the remaining number is odd, and of course we can't have an even um, divisor for an odd number. So if n is divisible by I, we're going to return a false. Otherwise, we're going to return true. And let's try to check this function real quick. So we're going to call with prime of 1, prime of 1, and a couple of more values. So 7 and 11, or let's call it with 14 because it's not a prime number. And let's see if this function works as expected. So we should get a 0 here because 1 is not a prime number. Here we should get a 1, and a 0. And let's see. It's gonna take a while because LeetCode is pretty slow nowadays. I don't know why. Probably it's because of their servers. Okay, let's see. It's gonna take more than I expected, but again, here we have the expected results. So 0, 1, 1, and 0. So this function works as expected. And in order to finish this problem, we need to iterate over each number from nums. So in order to do that, we can simply make a for each. Um, okay, so for each element in nums, we need to make sure that we store its frequency. So in order to do that, we need an ordered map for frequencies. So it's going to be a pair of integers, and let's call it f. So for each number, f of e plus plus, we're going to increment the frequency. And here, for each key in our f, so for each number identified, for each unique number to be more specific, we're going to see if prime of f of key, so the frequency of that key, is prime. So if it's prime, we're going to return true. Otherwise, we're going to return false. And let's see. Okay, it's going to take a while, but again, we need to return true if the frequency of any element of the array is prime. Otherwise, return false. So not all the frequencies must be prime, but only one. Okay. Um, yeah, sorry. So for auto, we can either specify here the type, but auto is fine as well, so it's okay. I'm getting old waiting for this, but okay. Again, for I got used to another language, so that's why I didn't put a type there, but still, so C++ is a typed language. So we need to make sure that each variable has a type because it's statically typed. But hopefully we should get the expected result. So true for that one, false and true, because here is false because all the numbers have a frequency of 1 and 1 is not a prime number. Oh, yeah, this is going to be a pair because well, we have an order map, so it's going to be, let's say, auto P from pair, and here is going to be P that's second. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, because what C++ does in the background, basically we are just getting an iterator over f, and the iterator is the same as the type of the elements from the container. So in our case, the type of elements is a pair of two integers, and yeah, it should work right now. But again, it's very slow, very slow. Their servers are very slow. Okay, and let's submit that and let's see if all the tests will pass. Okay, so that's pretty good. So it was accepted. We also have some metrics here, so but I think the interface has been changed, but it's okay. Um, okay, here are the metrics I've been told you about. Basically, this problem required an additional function in order to. It's not mandatory, but it was better to have that. and we relied on this unordered map. The complexity of this is not going to be linear because of that. This is not something that is constant. So uh, this is will this for will be done in O of sqrt of n. So basically, the overall complexity is going to be n times sqrt of n. But for this problem, and we have small constraints here, is more than enough. Okay, thank you guys for watching. And if you want me to solve another problem, just please let me know in the comments. Okay, see you next time.